So I'll go to her cheek a bit. I'll come up this way. So I'm doing the same thing on this part as well. A little on her forehead, and the bridge of her nose, point of her nose here. Okay, for my concealer, I'm using the Tarte concealer and Kevin O'Con concealer. This one is an old model. I heard it's very scarce to get now. So I think you might not find this. You might find the one with the purple cover and all. So I still use the old one. I kind of like the old one. It's not so oily like I heard people reviewed for the new one. So I always try to find this old one. So I'm using the Tarte concealer and Kevin O'Con concealer. So the shades I'm using is this is 12 and this is 8, 08 and 12. And for my Tarte concealer, I'm using light medium sand. So I'll go in with the lighter shade first. Oh, sorry. So I'll start blending from the darker shade before I go into the light shade. The reason is because I don't want the light one to go over the darker shade. So that's why I'm blending with this one first. setting powder, please. So for setting powder, I'm using Huda Beauty in shade Banana Bread, and this is Blondie. The name has cleaned off. This is Blondie, this is Banana Bread. Let's open it. The Banana Bread first, to set on the tear dot area first. That's the inner corner of the eyes. So I'm using the beauty sponge I used for the concealer. I'm not using the dry one, I'm using the same wet one I used earlier to apply foundation and concealer. So it makes your setting powder go into the skin easy and smoothly. Then for the outer corner of the eyes, I'm using Blondie. I'm using this Silver Mark powder palette. Is a Nigerian brand, so I'll be using this shade. I'll be mixing these two shades, Trophy Shop and Toffee Crispy. Sorry. Okay, for my contour, I'm using Fenty Beauty in shade 460. So I'll be using it to contour. I like the warmness of this powder and this particular shade, that's why. So around the hairlines as well. This brush I'm using is from MK Beauty. So I'm using the same powder that I used earlier and a smaller brush to contour around the nose. So I'll start from the hairlines down gently. I don't drag it, so you just place it. If you drag it, you end up having patches around there, so you just place. For my blush, I'm using Slush Beauty. It seems to be the same cream blush I used earlier. This is their powder blush. So I'll be using this shade, mix it both shade, and I'll take out the excess. Smell. Do the same thing on our nose, around the forehead. Done everything we have done. I'm going back with my Morphe setting spray. I set twice. Yes, this is where I do my own. So I'm not using the beauty blender anymore. I'm using the sponge, this square one. So maybe it's a finger holder. I don't know how you call it, but this is what I use now because I don't want it to wet anymore. So I'll do the same thing. Gently place it under the eyes. You can use your powder palette, so anyone is still fine. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, the next step will be doing our eyes now. So I'll be using this lipstick. It's called Classic Lipstick, and the shade is Hot Flame. So because of the color of the eyeshadow I want to do, so I'm using this as my base. So I'll apply this on our eyelid. So I'll mostly use this for just eyeshadow. I don't use it on the lips because it's very, very thick and matte. I think it's perfect for this purpose. step, I'm using this Blossom Blush palette in Shy Girl. Yes, it's a blush palette, but it's extremely pigmented, like so pigmented. I rather use it on the eyes than on the face because I don't want such blush on my cheeks. It will be so, it's not bad if you control it very well, but I think I like it on the eyes more. So I'll be using this shade in Dempsey, this one. So if you can't get this, if your palette has this shade, it's still fine. So I'll